Good afternoon. Hope all is well. Hope everybody's family has remained safe through all of this stuff that we've been encountering and going through. But coming off a tough loss this week, and obviously as coaches, we're reevaluating what we do and how we do it. Also, too, our players are taking a good look at themselves. But when it's all said and done with, things happen throughout the course of the season. We expect our guys to learn how to persevere through adversity and get back on track. With that said, I'm all ears.
Coach, we know, obviously, Patrick Mahomes is very special, paraphrasing here, but Andy and Pat have talked a little bit about maybe being like a little less ambitious when it comes to some of the aggression as far as out of structure and whatnot. How do you marry letting him kind of be the special player that he is and also kind of rearing back a little bit?
It's a delicate course that you take. Pat is very aware of the things he's doing and not doing. So he has a great self-awareness of who he is and how to go about things. The thing that I want our guys to do is just relax and understand that, hey, fellas, we're going out here to do what we enjoy doing. Everybody does not have to be the hero each and every week and each and every play. Let's just line up. Let's go out there, be accountable to one another by focusing on the details to help you to be the best player, which is going to help the next man to be the best player that he can be in that situation. So that's all.
Coach, you talked about, you've always preached about preparing your backups to be starters, so to speak. Mm-hmm. You're one who get a chance to start this Sunday. What are your expectations of him? Are you expecting the same level of production as if Clyde was in the ball game?
Exactly. Clyde obviously is went down last week, but Darryl has been doing this for a number of years now. He's a very smart and intelligent player. He's done a lot of great things. Obviously, he hasn't had the opportunity to play as much as everybody would want him to play, but there's a reason why he's here, okay? Just like you said, we always coach our backups to be starters, and we want him to be ready. He's more than ready. This is the opportunity that he's been waiting for. You never want to jump on an opportunity when players are hurt, but when those opportunities are presented, he will maximize it and go and do the things that we know that he can do.
What you've seen in practice, you don't have any reservation about anything he calls or anything because he's in the game versus Clyde?
I'm sorry, say that one more time.
No, I'm saying because he's going to be starting the game, do you have any reservation from what you've seen in practice and over the last year? You don't have any worries about the plays that you call that might call his number to run the ball or
no reservations at all. None whatsoever.
Eric, you said there's a reason he's here. What is the reason he's here? What has he done over the last 3-4 years since he's been here on a roster spot without playing a whole lot?
Well, I'll tell you this. First of all, he's very smart. He has a complete understanding of what we do and how we do it, okay? On top of that, he's a great locker room guy. He's great for that room. He's a veteran player that gets it. He plays special teams, all right? He does a very good job in protection, which he could be a little bit better just by lowering his pad level. That's just the running back coach in me. He's also a consistent runner, and he has good hands out of the backfield. So he does all the things that we ask him to do. On top of that, he's a great moral support, okay, in that room. He's a great teammate. Those are the type of people that we want on this team. So when those opportunities present itself, that guy understands what's at stake, and he knows what he needs to do in order for us to be successful.
All players have their strengths and weaknesses. What with him as your feature back, what maybe do you guys gain having him in there?
Well, I'll say this. We gained a guy that's been in this league, for a number of years, who's a savvy veteran that has a great understanding of how the game is played. On top of that, now, let's not forget about Jerick McKinnon. Jerick McKinnon is also a player that's been in this league for a number of years as well, and he provides a lot of tools that he can present and bring to the table. I know last week he got a number of snaps, and we thought he actually had a heck of a game for the things that we asked him to do.
Eric, before the season, you had mentioned the fact that you couldn't go for the home run all the time. It seemed like you were anticipating the type of defenses that you were going to be seeing. Is that the case? I mean, what you're seeing was what you were expecting in the preseason?
Oh, yeah, exactly. And you got to understand, you always take a look at, from the previous season, what were some of the games that gave you problems? Well, everybody's taking a look at what Tampa Bay did to us in the Super Bowl, okay? And so we put a number of things on tape so far this season. So teams are doing that. And the thing that we have to learn to do, and I know it sounds so simple, but we have to learn how to continue to be patient, all right? And then on top of that, we got to respect the ball. If we're being patient and we're respecting the ball, we can be as good as we want to on offense. And I think all of you are very aware of the numbers that we've put up on offense. So it's not an effort issue, okay? It's not an execution issue. We just need to make sure that we're focused on the details that are required for us to be the exceptional team that we have been. And that's just focusing on the details and making sure that we're assignment sound when needed to be.
What is sort of the balance between not overhauling everything, since it is turnovers that are the disruption?
Just because of what you just said, it's just turnovers, you know. And the thing that we do a great job in focusing on that throughout the course of the week, but you never want a guy going into a game feeling cramped or having that thought process on his mind. As a former player, I remember certain coaches, well, you can't turn the ball over, you don't want a runner, you don't want a quarterback going into a game, a receiver type, feeling like they can't do something. You know, you want them to go out and do it. Now, at the end of the day, we're giving them all the physical preparation. They have to be mentally in tune and focused, all right? And they got to have the ability to sustain that amount of focus throughout the entire season. That's what makes it special, okay? So it's happened. So now, and I said this a few weeks ago, if we do this the right way, we can utilize this moment in time as a great, valuable learning lesson, because we're being humbled, you know, and we're being humbled a lot of different ways. But it's great for our players right now to go through this. And from a teaching standpoint, no one ever wants to feel, you know, like we have felt the times that we have this season. But if we utilize it the right way, we can grow and become better because of it.
Patrick has said that.
Eric,
Go ahead.
Eric, what's next for Josh Gordon? If last week was about getting comfortable with the guys in practice and learning, you know, as much as he could from the playbook, what does this week present to sort of progress him in the offense?
Well, first of all, we thought he did a good job for the things we asked him to do last week. And I think just getting that dirt off his shoulders, first time, possibly getting hit, being exposed in a game-type atmosphere, I think all that nervousness has worn off. Now we just got to keep adding to him and making sure he's comfortable with the things that we're asking him to do, but we're getting him in the mix. And the thing is, the kid, and I said this before, the kid is a very, very intelligent kid. He works his tail off out there. He's excited. He wants to contribute, and we're just going to continue to grow with him and keep adding on each and every week to make sure that we're utilizing his ability that he can bring to the table.
Patrick said post-game that he's going to have to reevaluate some things. What is he doing that's so much different than what's, you know, brought him to this point?
Well, like I said, I think more than anything, when we talk about trying to be the hero, you know what I mean? And you got to understand, Pat's a competitive football player. He wants to just rip your soul all the time. And that's what makes him special. But sometimes we just got to know when to say when. You know, when am I doing too much and when am I effectively helping us as a team to be better? And so it's just managing his emotions and making sure that we're not taking a calculated risk when we don't have to. That's all. But the kid, he is who he is. We want Pat to be Pat, just like we want all of our guys to allow their personalities to show, okay? We got a great group of guys, and they understand exactly what we want from them, and they know what is expected of them.
Thanks, everybody.
All right, thank you guys. Take care.